family, I would like to thank each one of you for being here today. It has been an honor to reminisce about my mother, Julie, and to continue her memory on. As you know, I am Libby, her oldest child and only daughter. As you can see as a brief overview, I hope you can tell that she wasn't just a mother but a best friend. She has been the most influential person in shaping me into who I am today. As a child, I remember her as a warm and comforting presence around me. She never failed to validate my feelings. She would let me cry and agonize over issues that upset me. One of my most fondest memories with her were during Christmas time. She did everything in her power to give my brother and I magical Christmases, and even to this year, she still continued to do so. Every detail in Christmas decoration was excessive, down to the different Santa paper, the way she would place the presents under the tree, and writing my brother and I's names in fancy fonts on the name tags. I thank her for these memories because I plan to give my future children the same Christmas magical memories. Every holiday, she went above and beyond to make that day special for us. Other acts that I remember her doing during elementary school and middle school were showing up to important performances, praising my accomplishments, and saving my artwork. I never had a doubt if she would not make it to a band concert, choir concert, or a gymnastics meet. Growing up, I remember our fridge having a bunch of my paintings and artwork on our fridge. Back then I was embarrassed, but then over time I became appreciative. I believe I'm so open to her about everything is because she praised my accomplishments and validated my feelings. One time in the summer, while I was young, I stayed up all night and decided to make breakfast for her. Since I was so young, I did not know how to properly cook, so I made her a mustard sandwich, just bread and mustard. And somehow she still happily ate it just to make me happy. She has always been my biggest supporter. Now, during high school were the most influential years that she has shaped me the person I am today. I have learned a great deal of life lessons, qualities, and morals from her. Sophomore year, I fell into a friend group that introduced me to the lifestyle of going out every weekend. Now, before you get any bad ideas, I am fully responsible now, and I have been because of her. The biggest moral that she taught me was to never get into a car with a driver under the influence, and I can honestly say that I have followed through with that to this day because of her. I'm so grateful that she strongly encouraged this on me because it has saved me from multiple situations. Thinking back, many positives came out of my sophomore year, except my academic career. The most beneficial one was our trust. My mother and I's trust grew immensely, and first of all, I'm grateful to say that I have a mother who had given me an opportunity to earn her trust in the first place. Every day or night that I would come home after being out, we would sit on her front porch and I would tell her these wild and crazy stories together. And that was my favorite thing we would do together, was just sit and talk on our front porch for hours, and either talking, laughing, or I would be the one crying. She was always the best listener and advice giver. Even my friends confided in her about their own problems and things that they could not even tell their own parents. That's just who she was. She was always the best advice giver and listener, because she had the biggest heart, especially for my brother and I. She would give us the clothes off her back if we were in need. That's just the kind of person she was, warm and comforting. She was also my biggest inspiration. She showed me that there was a life outside of Litchfield and these small towns. Since she grew up in Minnetonka Beach and went to Orno schools all her life, she had always dreamed of giving us that same lifestyle and opportunities, but things did not go as planned. I owe it to her for sparking a passion in me to see what's beyond Litchfield and these small towns. She was in a sorority, Alpha Chi Omega, at the University of Minnesota, and I plan to follow through in her footsteps when I get to college, wherever that may be. This whole year, I've been doing everything, and last year, to make her proud, and I will continue to do so in college and my future career. I know she will support every decision along these next few chapters of my life. To summarize, my mother is impossible. I could talk for hours about the stories we share, what she taught me, and the sacrifices she made. It has been an honor to call you my mother, and I'm grateful that you can call me a daughter. To those who knew her, you guys were lucky, since she has probably saved you from Life 360 by allowing your phone to be kept at her house. Again, I want to thank you all for being here today, and it's been an honor to talk about my mother. And as she would have said, carpe diem. Thank you for listening.